Today I have to talk about something which, as an ethnic Austrian, is dear to my heart. Namely, these instruments such as the one here, the Unigor series, and in particular about how to open them. Because when this one was built by Goertz Industries in the 1960s and 70s, they used a special type of screw. But fortunately, I found a cheap tool which allows you to get in. What I'm showing you guys here is the Unigor 6E, which is the Bentley of the Unigor series. It's based on the Taut principle and is a really accurate unit. Well, taking it apart, in the first step, you have 4 small screws which hold the front plate, which you can then remove along with this switch and the little ring below it. Then you go to the back, where you eliminate the back plate to access the battery, and then you are stopped, because these 4 bolts are of the aforementioned Schlitzmutter, which looks like this. Having had these Unigors for a long time, I was of course desperate to get in, and I tried the following which didn't work. First of all, from Tesco, a plier, and secondarily, from AliExpress, this thing. In principle, this would have worked, but the problem is here the gap is 3 millimeters, while the screw on the Unigors is 4 millimeters wide. This wouldn't be Tamhana if I wouldn't find a solution. The solution is this tongue from Connex. I'm giving you the exact brand name in the show notes below. And what you do essentially is this. When you buy it, the front is completely round. And then you grab one of these pliers and you work the front sides until they become very slightly flat. And then they are flat enough so you can use them to grab the screw and remove it from your Unigor. The actual amount of work which needs to be done, as you can see here, is quite minimal. It took me less than 1.5 minutes of filing in my bathroom to get it flattened enough. If you have a problem that these 2 things are not perfectly even in the first place, the trick is this. If you want to work on this part of the tongue, you hold the corresponding part and then you work like this so that the other part doesn't get affected. Just for completeness sake, once again, so you see how it works. You go in there, you fit it in carefully, and then you start turning only when it has fit completely. Important, this is an Austrian screw, so you turn it to the right to get it in, and to the left to loosen it to get it out. And yes, turning it with both hands is not a wrong thing to do. And please be careful. You don't want to drop the Unigor, especially not the 6E, as the Taut principle measuring instrument is extremely sensitive. When doing this, don't wonder, initially quite a bit of strength is needed because when they were built, they screwed them down quite tightly. And I have to apologize to all those of you who are now expecting an ending, because this probably is the first time ever that an Unigor of the Bauzustand A was torn apart in the last few years. I'm not bringing the ending just yet. Instead, I've got a few minutes worth of footage which I shot of the unit immediately after I opened it. I'm sorry I don't have any licensed music, so if you don't want to see these photos, just skip to the end, please. If you, on the other hand, want them as they came out of my camera, please shoot me an email to the address shown as you are hearing this. I know that this video is quite a bit shorter than my normal clips, and I'm sorry. However, I wanted to share the good news with all of you and hope that all those of you who have an Unigor in their office can now get into it to perform repairs.